Oh man, it's about time that I'm doing a gaming stream over here on this channel. I think in the month of January, which we're now almost through. I mean, it's the 18th. We'll just call January done. Can I just say that January's over because it needs to be. I've done exactly one stream on this channel, and that was playing American Trucking Simulator. Actually, my final American Trucking Simulator stream. My new game that I'm moving on to is not American Truck Simulator. That's the game I was playing. I'm moving on to Farming Simulator 22. But that's not today's stream. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. A game that I got as a Black Friday deal that I was really excited about, yet somehow just ended up in the backlog, which is the story of my life. And that game that I'm referring to is the Atari 50 Anniversary Collection, an interactive journey through 50 years of Atari and video games. This is like going to a virtual museum, basically. You get to play the games, but you get to learn about Atari as well. I'm going to play this for a bit, and you can kind of just watch and hang out as I go through this. It's going to be just like a lot of us kind of watching stuff together, which could be kind of fun. I don't know if anybody is old enough to remember Atari. It was a little bit before my time. My first setup was the NES. But Atari is just so interesting to me, and I'd love to learn as much as I can. So that's what we're going to do in this here stream. So let's get into it. Hopefully you can hear everything okay. I think so. There we go. Everything's looking good on my end. Always good to be sure of these things. All right. I think we're all good there. Move this. Okay, we're good. We're good. Look at that title screen, though. That looks pretty darn cool. All that classic artwork. Let's press X to go. And I'm playing this on PS5, by the way. I put that in the description if you're wondering. I think this is literally out on everything. Everything. If you have a system, if you have a computer, if you have a Nintendo Switch, you have an Xbox, you have a PlayStation, you can play this game if you want to try. But why do that when you can play it with me or watch me play it? All right, it says, welcome to Atari 50. Begin your interactive journey through Atari history below, or jump straight into the game library at any time by pressing circle. We're going to go through the history. Arcade origins. From its earliest days, Atari experimented with a variety of different takes on innovative leisure. Arcade games, music, visualization, even holograms? All right, let's check it out. I'll get you guys some audio so you can hear it as well. I'm feeling that. Can you guys hear that okay? Might be a little low still. Oh, yeah. That's banging. I guess I'll be your narrator here. We'll bring that down just a little bit. I'll be your narrator. In the beginning. Am I going to narrate this whole thing? I didn't really sign up to be the narrator, but I guess I will be. I'm just getting all my stuff set up here. If you're watching this in the future, you can skip around if however you want. If you're watching this live, you're stuck with me. In the beginning. In a world where pinball was king. This feels like the trailer voice. In a world where pinball was king, two engineers dreamed that coin-operated games played on computers could become the next big thing. A company called Syzygy? I don't know how to say that. I do know that's like when all of the planets align with like the Earth. I've seen a picture where it's like Mars, Venus, Jupiter. There's like 4 planets that align vertically, and it's just really cool looking. That's what they were going to be called, but I think there was an issue with it. I think there was another company called Syzygy, something like that. All right, let's go on. Computer Space, the first arcade game, Computer Space, was designed by our Atari co-founders Ted Dabney and Nolan Bushnell and manufactured by Nutting Associates. It was based on the 1962 computer game Space War. Look at that thing. That'd be pretty cool to go into an arcade and see that, eh? You walk in there, you're just like, dang, that thing looks futuristic today. That looks like it came from somewhere else. We can zoom in on it. Well, how about that? We can really zoom in. Oh. That's kind of cool. What's on the screen? Kind of looks like asteroids, maybe. Cool. All right. Next. June 27th, 1972. Dabney and Bushnell incorporated their company in the state of California, but the name Syzygy, which may or may not be its name, was already taken. Instead, they chose Atari, a term from the Japanese game of Go. The company briefly continued using business under the name Syzygy. However, I should probably looked up how to say that before we got this deep into it, but that's okay. Pong. Everybody knows Pong. Pong's a thing. So Pong was not the first arcade game. It was first successful one, selling thousands more units than Computer Space and bringing many more quarters. It's no exaggeration to say the simple tennis game launched an entire industry. Isn't it a shame though, if we look at the Pong like cabinet, it's not nearly as cool as the Space one, Computer Space. You know, that to me is like, meh. The other one though, I mean, Computer Space looks awesome. They should have used that cabinet for Pong. Then people really would have been going crazy. You can go down here too. Oh, this is cool. Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. This is cool. Look at this.
Some reason I'm looking through the San Jose Mercury in the just random stuff section.
You guys hear this?
Sale. And I see world's first video game, Computer Space. No price, just call. I'm like, wow, I'm pretty interested in this. So I called the guy. I said, so you got a Computer Space? Yeah. He goes, yeah. First game ever. Okay, great. What color is it? And he goes, well, what color do you want? I'm like, wow, this is getting very interesting, because who has a whole bunch of Computer Spaces, and who would know that they came in all these different colors? He goes, I got a yellow, a solid blue, metal flake blue, and metal flake red.
Ooh, that metal flake red.
There's a whole bunch of other games too.
I like that.
Okay, great. Want to come up and see them. These were in a Quonset hut on a sunflower seed farm off of Highway 80 in Dixon, California, halfway between, you know, the Bay Area and Sacramento. And these things hadn't been moved in, you know, probably since 1975. And so I got in touch with Nolan and showed him the pictures and scratched his head, and then like a light bulb went off in his head. He goes, these were Ted Dabney's. These were Ted Dabney's units. This was his route. When he left,
how about that?
A route that we had, and he goes, this yellow one's the first one. He goes, I know it. That yellow one is the very first one. I kept the first one, which is a beautiful yellow Computer Space, and I kept
that is so cool looking.
46, and we got the rest of them running and working as good as we could. We got it all for $5,000. I don't regret the purchase one bit.
Score.
Not for a minute.
I want to see what the game looks like. Oh, here's their business card. Zzz. That's pretty cool. Can we see what the game looks like though? I want to see the game play. Oh, let's see what the Atari offices look like in 1973.
Pretty much the present. The arcades have been relegated to the back rooms and the side streets, and generally been an unsavory type of place. What we want to do is bring the amusement game to age. If we can give it a new zip and a pizzazz, it's going to be financially successful, as well as, I think, a very serious part in the leisure time activity of the American people.
The marriage of traditional pinball machines and computer technology has resulted in the birth of a new breed of amusement.
If only that guy knew.
And Nolan Bushnell is the man
Crazy.
handing out the cigars. Bushnell has developed two such games, Computer Space and Pong, and believes that they and others like them will move the pinball industry out of America's bus stations and bowling alleys and into the space age. In 1971, Bushnell invented Computer Space, but sold production rights to Nutting Associates of Mountain View, California, for royalties based on the number of games sold. It proved a good deal for both parties. Sales already exceed 1,500 machines. Computer Space, like Pong,
Here we go.
sells for
Let's see
around
what it looks like.
$1,000 and is played on the screen of a standard television set, which has been programmed to display the desired game. In Computer Space, the player controls a rocket ship, which is trying to shoot down enemy flying saucers
Asteroids.
while avoiding their missiles. If the player scores more hits than the enemy saucers, he gets one free play. By the time Bushnell invented Pong in 1972, he was able to form his own company, Syzygy Corporation in Santa Clara, California,
I was saying it right.
to produce the game. He has already sold over 1,000 machines and expects to sell 10,000 in the United States by the end of the year. Pong, as the name might indicate, is a game of video ping pong. The two players turn dials which control their electronic paddles and volley with an equally electronic ball. The first player to score 15 points wins. While Bushnell did design and program both his games, the technology he uses dates back to the late 1950s. Thanks to research by the Defense Department in the wake of Sputnik, Bushnell is now able to act out his dream of a nation inhabited by thousands of Pong and computer space games.
The government spent millions of dollars on this technology, and as a result, now it's cheap enough that we can put it into a game and sell it for 25 cents for a few minutes and make $1 out of it. It's something that the research and development really was done many years ago, and now it's cheap enough that with PC boards and integrated circuits, we can use that technology to our advantage.
The basic electronic unit of Bushnell's games is the integrated circuit. Each of these small chips is capable of storing large amounts of information. The program for a game is determined by specific combinations of these units to form a PC, or printed circuit board. The printed circuit board then tells the TV screen what to do. A single printed circuit board is all that is required to operate Pong, whereas 15 years ago it would have taken enough tubes and wiring to fill an average house. Bushnell first saw the commercial potential of video games in a game called Space War, which has been played at computer centers around the country for several years.
We used to play Space War a lot at the AI project at Stanford, which is a big computer complex. And one day it just hit, this is a lot of fun. You ought to be able to package it and sell it for a price. And, one thing leads to another, and pretty soon, from doodling on a scratch pad, you're actually working out some basic block diagrams, and from there you think, boy, it's going to work.
It's funny to see the technology that goes into that, because even if, like today, 50 years later, I would have no idea how any of that works. Like, if I could go back 60 years and be like, listen, guys, this thing, I wouldn't even be able to explain it. They would think you're crazy. They really would. But that was kind of cool seeing the behind the scenes. Very cool. All right, so that was 1972. So we got 1971, 1972. Oh, we can see some Pong, which I think we just saw some Pong. I do like their little intro. This is the birth of Pong.
You know what the Atari motto is? Innovative leisure, right? Well, it didn't say innovative arcade games. It didn't say innovative video games. It said innovative leisure. It was broad from day one. I mean, Nolan always had a consumer game in his mind because that's what he hired me to do. And I wound up doing the wrong thing and making a hit coin-op game, right? When I was at Ampex, I learned how to make sync generators, synchronizing, the basic fundamental circuit necessary to get a TV signal, because we had to generate an analog signal. So you do that, and you get the ball at one speed, and you put paddles up, and it's a very, very boring game. And so I added the speed up, and I added the angles off of that, just, to make it playable, interesting. And so it started getting a little interesting. That's cute. And Nolan said, well, it's got to have score. We had a pretty good game, and hey, great. So what are you going to do for sound? I go, sound? I'm already over budget. What am I going to do? Nolan said, well, I want the sound of a roar of a crowd of thousands applauding your win. And Ted said, I want boos and hisses. And I'm thinking, how do I do that? Listen, I got video. I got the goddamn game up. Now you wanted me to do this. I'll be right back. So I pissed around for a day and poked around sounds that already existed in the vertical sync generator and gated them out with the 555 timer. I love it. Years later, the sound is so well thought out, so appropriate. It was like, are you kidding me? It was just, just thrown together in spite of what the boss said. And so that was how Pong came to be.
How about that? Here's promotional flyer. Striking attract mode. That's pretty cool. This is like, you know, you don't have these physical things. It's cool that you can see this, and this will save this for future generations too with this. Its original flyer still included the name Syzygy Engineering. Oh. I like that design there. Simple. A new product, a new concept, a new company by Atari. It's all about Pong. You know, we should go play Pong. We can do that. Okay, here's with other companies quickly looking to capitalize on Pong's success with clone machines, Atari looked to improve upon the experience. Pong doubles let 4 players get into the fun. I didn't know there was a 4-player version. Pong doubles. Puppy Pong. What? Since most coin-operated games were installed in bars and thus inaccessible to children, Atari developed Puppy Pong, a device meant to be installed in the waiting rooms of pediatric offices. Oh, that'd be amazing. That's way better than those little ball things on the lines that you push them around. It did not catch on. A Puppy Pong only had a small production run. That's a bummer. There's Puppy Pong. How about that? I think that'd be a hit today. I think kids would play that. Puppy Pong, Dr. Pong. Wow. It looks good. You can put it on a bookcase and stand to encourage visitors to amuse themselves and pass the time apprehension-free. That's what my dentist's office needs. They need a Pong machine. I would love that. Here's what all the Pongs look like. I think Puppy Pong might be the win. Although I'm kind of coming around to the actual Pong machine. It's so simple, but timeless. It's cool. All right, let's do this once. So we saw computer space and we saw Pong. If I go to the game library, can we actually play those? Sort by platform. No, sort by year. Yeah, let's go all the way back to 1972. I can play Pong. I can't play the computer space one. Let's try playing some Pong. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing both sides? That's lame. I'm controlling both sides. Oh my goodness. This is freaking tricky. Okay, don't let me play Pong. Now I'm on this side. I'm doing both sides. I got it. Oh Lord. It's hard playing against yourself. You gotta watch both. Okay, we're good. Here we go. Oh no. I thought I was gonna have a thing there where it would just bounce off the same thing. So this would be like if you're playing in the arcade, this is what it would look like. They even have, I don't know if you can tell by watching this, but they've got the like pixels on the screen. So it looks like a monitor. Oh my god. Okay, can we back out of this? How do we get out of this? I have no idea how to leave. Oh, there's even like a scratch up there too. They didn't tell me how to leave the game. I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. We'll quit Pong. Okay. That was about what we expected, right? Let's go back to Arcade Origins. Alright, where were we? We got Pong. The Legend of the Broken Pong Machine. One of the often told stories of the origin of the game industry is the tale of Al Alcorn being called by the manager of Andy Capp's Sunnyvale Bar, where the first Pong prototype was on display. To fix the broken machine, Alcorn and many other gaming industry legends recount the tale in this video feature. Oh, it was broken. Spoiler alert. It was broken because there were too many quarters in it. They made too much money.
Everybody's heard the
Spoiler.
Pong story. Probably everybody's heard the Pong story, but I've heard it many times, and from Al Alcorn himself, who designed Pong. So,
the story I've heard is that they installed one of the first Pong machines in a tavern and let people play it as a test.
put it out into an arcade and see if it makes money. I mean, that's the market research.
My understanding was Ted built a cabinet, a tabletop, simple cabinet over the weekend. And a coin mech bolted to the side of the cabinet, tabletop type of big thing was sit on a barrel.
Placing a interactive video machine somewhere and having people play it was still a relatively new concept. Nobody knew if it was going to go.
Oh, what is the name of the bar in Palo Alto?
San Jose?
No, it was Andy Caps.
It was Santa Clara?
Sunnyvale.
So we'll put it in Andy Caps. You know, it's a coin-op game, be it fragile and humble, and so we did.
Well, my memory is that he gets a phone call, the game's busted, which of course is the usual thing you get on a support line. It doesn't work. What is it, and in what way does it not work? Well, it doesn't work.
The bar owner or manager at the time kind of yelled at them and like accused them of their game being shoddy because it had already broken down and it was no longer functioning or working.
And they get a call, you know, later on that night and like, hey, this fucking thing broke, you know. Come and pick up this piece of shit game and get it out of here. You know, this fucking thing broke. You know, I'm not gonna waste my time fixing this crap.
But anyway, the machine, we got the word that it stopped working, and I figured it could be anything, and I'd go out there and take a look at it. And so I went to the machine, and the first thing you do is you want to try to play the game, because the machine was on in a tracked mode, so it was working, but you couldn't start a game. So you open up the coin box to basically flip the micro switch to give yourself a free game, because I'm not going to waste a quarter, you know.
And so they went down to see what's wrong with the machine to fix it, and what they found out was that it wasn't broken, it was just that so many people had played it, they'd filled the coin box with quarters, and it was jammed, and it couldn't take any more.
So many people had played it that you
Good problem to have.
accept any more money.
The game is broken because it's stuffed so full of quarters.
Completely stuffed with quarters.
And it was a small, I remember it was kind of small, if I remember, it was a small space. It just filled up with the quarters and it wouldn't take it.
When I opened up the coin mech, you know, all these quarters just gushed out. So, whoa, that's impressive.
It's the equivalent of like crashing a server when you launch a new website and it's so popular. So they crashed the server on Pong.
And one of the other reasons it was also so popular is because you could play it with one hand while you're still holding a pint in your other hand. And that also was one of those things that, you know, eventually many, many years later led to the rise of the fun barcades that we have, you know, and we can enjoy now.
As Al will always say with a little, you know, twinkle in his eye, he goes, "This is a problem I can fix."
Basically, the way it worked was you take the money, the deal you have, and you split the take with the owner of the bar. And so I did that, and I had this sack of quarters, and the next day I come into work, and I said, I got the machine fixed, and here's the problem. Goddamn thing's making too much money. And they'll went, really?
But it was one of those great moments where something that supposedly was failing was actually such a huge success that no one could recognize. It was truly the ugly duckling version of technology.
Because remember, Nolan thought, he was like, this is just a placeholder until we get to design the really good game, because who's going to play this stupid shit-ass game?
They went on to produce all of these classic, memorable arcade titles for years that allowed the company to survive and be so much more than a one-hit wonder. So that's my understanding of the history of Pong.
It's a great story if it's true.
When a story is
Ooh,
good,
could
you
be a
know
tall
there's something
tale.
bad about it. Like, well, that's too good to be really true. It's probably a boring version of it. That's actually true.
You know, it sounds realistic to me. You know, I mean, I've kind of seen that happen in my own. And when you do get a really great game, the coins will just overflow, and you know, it's kind of a cool feeling.
Anyway, that's how that all happened.
I want to know what's in that guy's background. Why is it blurred? What's he hiding? That was cool. Space Race, Atari's second game, it went back to the space genre. Space Race challenged two players to get their spaceship to the top of the screen first while dodging an asteroid field. Although space games would eventually be some of the top earners of the arcade, Space Race was not a success. That's interesting because I've never heard of Space Race. The cabinet looks a lot like the Pong machine. Space Race. Can we? Oh, ooh, what are we zooming in on here, boys? Okay, let's Let's get back out of there. Key games. It created a competitor. Wait. Atari felt it was being held back by the fact that coin-operated machine distributors wanted exclusive agreements. So it created a competitor called Key Games, a separate company headed up by Joe Keenan that would sell similar machines to other distributors. Key Games Elimination was released by Atari as Quadrapong, for example. Huh. From transistors to CPUs. Early arcade games like Tank and Pong were not software programs. Instead, they were built purely out of custom computer hardware mounted on massive motherboards. The 1975 release of the incredibly affordable MOS 6502 processor meant that Atari and others could now program their games in software. Does that mean there's going to be a home console? Home Pong! Although the Magnavox Odyssey was designed by Ralph Baer and had already come out in 1972, the home video game craze truly kicked off with the wildly successful Home Pong, first released as shown here by the retailer Sears as Telegames Pong for the 1975 Christmas season. Wow. Sears, Atari, these things that don't exist. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I want to see more on that. Are they going to show me more of that? Atari? Pinball? Atari launched a pinball division in 1975 with the aim of innovating on the still popular game. Atari built more expensive machines with advanced computer hardware and larger playfields. But the new technology was not reliable. Atari quickly left the pinball business, but not before producing some interesting tables, and we can go down to find out. Bloop. Atari's pinball problem. Let's find out what their pinball problem is.
I mean, Atari really, why were they in the pinball?
The Blur, the guy at the Blur.
Here they had this tiger by the tail of video games, just this
Oh, that looks cool.
supernova of creativity and possibilities, and they were nailing it left and right, creating new genres every other week. Why would you mess around with pinball? You could tell our games were just not working, and due to reliability, poor engineering, thermal issues. Issues of the games just falling apart.
It's funny, you can make a video game, but you struggle at making a pinball machine.
The writing was on the wall.
Very interesting.
We were going to go down. I mean, the pinball division was just a massive disaster. I mean, it was, it's kind of the, kind of the hubris of, I guess Silicon Valley. Even in that era, was like, oh, these morons in Chicago, they make these crappy old games, we're going to redesign everything. We're going to put the display down in the bottom. We're going to, put the boards.
Pinball machines are kind of cool. I never really got into pinball too much, but they're neat. I play a pinball machine any chance I get.
Horrific design, and
this could have been a documentary. Well, you're missing the part where there are games on here that you can play.
Which burned up and the screws fell out.
And that's kind of the beauty of this disc, is that it's history, it's a documentary, and there's a ton of games to play on here. We're doing a little bit of both.
There was a lot of games.
So if you don't have the attention span to handle this,
but they made a lot of money.
It's been nice seeing you. Peace.
The programming was awesome.
I'm enjoying the experience. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. I had to smack some people down in the chat. All right, what do we got here? The Atarians. Atari entered the pinball market in 1977, so they basically failed at pinball, apparently. Let's see what their pinball machine looked like. The Atarians. It's a wide-body playfield. I don't know enough about pinball machines to have that mean anything, but this is like brochures you would get back in the day. And I just love that it's all captured here. I don't want to bore you too much. I'm not going to read all of this. I think that's a lot. We're in 1977 now, though, which is a big year for Atari. Time 2000. This is the same year I think their console came out. The first pinball machine which Jarvis did programming was Time 2000. Featured a wide body. See that wide body stuff? I like the art of that, though. Looks like Professor Xavier down on the bottom left there, I feel like. Kind of reminds me of him a little bit. Airborne Avenger. Now, does anyone have an Atari pinball machine? Because that would be really cool. What's this one? Hercules! 7 feet tall and 8 feet deep. I'd have to get a whole nother room for that if you were trying to pull that off. It's the biggest pinball machine ever manufactured, which makes sense. It used pull cue balls. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I'd love to see a video of that. That would be really neat to see. We're all the way in 1979 there? Oh, this is just for their pinball stuff. Now we're back to 1976 with Breakout. Ooh, we're going to play Breakout. Famously designed by Apple founders Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Never heard of those guys. Breakout was essentially a single-player Pong in which the player had to continually deflect a bouncing ball back up to the top of the screen to break rows of bricks. It was a smashing success, including in Japan, where it inspired later creation of Space Invaders by Taito. Space Invaders. Oh, I can play this? Can I play this right here? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I don't even have to leave. Let's do it. Insert coin, L1. Oh, no, wait. I don't want to be player 2. I put 2 coins in. That's not good. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, how do I click serve? I did it. What's more interesting, watching the people talk or watching me... Frick. Watching me play Breakout? Probably watching the people talk, I would say. Can I clear this board? I don't know if I'm going to put that much time into it, because we got a lot of history to get through. Son of a biscuit. That one sucked. Oh, I think I lost my money. That was it. Okay, let me just try one more time. Serve it. I think, like, for the home market, frick, this would be really cool because you can play by yourself. But if you're playing in, like, a bar, having the 2 players would make things really competitive, and I could see why Pong would do better. It's hard to claim that this is, like, your own creation, though, because it really is just Pong. It's Pong where you're taking out what is essentially a wall. But maybe at the time that was, like, groundbreaking. Not going to take it away from Steve Jobs, because he... okay, I'm going to play one more. He knows what he's doing. Man, I suck at this game. It's really hard with how small the paddle is. And maybe if you had one of those spinners, it might be a little bit easier too. It's hard with a controller. Let me get this down. I'm using the left analog stick. Boop. Can I break my high score? Oh, it's speeding up. Oh, God. Get out of that corner. Oh, frick. Okay. How do I get out of this again? We'll quit. That was Breakout. That was cool. Here's a promotional flyer for Breakout. I like the design. The artwork's pretty cool. First video game you've ever played. That's cool. Neo Breakout. Is that on here? Neo Breakout. Atari Reimagined series. I think that might actually be on here to play. We'll have to try that out and see what it's like. Okay, so we're in 1976. Clash of Cultures, November 1976. Warner Communications acquired Atari for $26 million, which is $130 million in 2022. Atari's main reason for seeking a buyer was that it needed funding. Is that the beginning of 2022 or the end? Because there were 2 very different points in time there where money was worth different things. Atari's main reason for seeking a buyer was that it needed funding to produce its first video game console with interchangeable cartridges, the Atari VCS. But the marriage of Atari's freewheeling spirit and Warner's corporate culture would prove an uneasy one. Warner Communications, for its part, was eager to expand its entertainment holdings, seeing video games as an entertainment industry with growth potential. After buying Atari, it quickly began investing more money into it to grow the business. Ray Kassar. He is the he led the company through most intense periods of rapid growth and enormous profit, as well as dramatic financial losses. So what happened to the other guy, the 2 guys that made it? How did he become the CEO? I guess because it was sold. It was sold to Warner Brothers, and that was it. Interesting. Notable and quotable. When Warner kicked in, Ray Kassar had marketing that knew nothing about games. They didn't play games. Marketing told engineering what to do and basically turned it into a stodgy, old, calcified, filthy rich company. Al Acorn, former Atari vice president of R&D. Apparently they didn't like Warner coming in. Didn't Warner ruin pretty much everything? Notable and quotable. We've got cash. We've got a cash cow. We got to milk the crap out of it. Nice. That's how you run a good company. I don't think Ray ever really understood the value of engineering talent we had. Oh, I think the Atari guys broke away from Warner, and they created a company that you may have heard of. It's called Activision. You may have heard of it. A fateful shirt. Relations between Atari's designers and management at Warner did not improve when executive Ray Kassar called the designers a bunch of high-strung prima donnas in a newspaper interview. In response, the designers printed these shirts, which read, "Just another high-strung prima donna at Atari," and wore them to work. Those cheeky devils. There were a fair number of people miffed that high-strung prima donna thing, and Carlina, who was one of the graphic artists in the publications group, we just thought a little and said, they make a great t-shirt. That does not make any sense. That was written very oddly. Okay. Anyways, let's move on here. Did they do drugs at Atari? Oh my gosh, are we going to find out? Do we really need to play that video? No, let's move on. Sprint 8, an 8-player driving game. Sprint 8 was a massive cabinet that featured 8 steering wheels and 8 sets of gas and brake pedals arranged around a monitor that pointed upwards, allowing 8 friends or enemies to race simultaneously. That actually sounds kind of cool. I want to see what that's like. I can play this game. I can play this? Yeah. Play the game. Let's... Oh, interesting. This is like RC Pro-Am. Player 1. Can we do this? 3 seconds. 1 second. I don't know which one I am. I don't know if I'm any of them. I'm doing nothing. Oh, I think I'm the red one up there that didn't even go yet. This is just like RC Pro-Am for Nintendo. Oh, God. I'm in low gear. Now I'm in high gear. Oh, God. Okay, low gear. High gear. I got it. I got it. We're zinging, boys. I'm the red one, by the way. Oh, frick. I think I'm losing really bad. This is my favorite Atari game so far. Of all the ones that I've played, this is the best one. Ah! I might suck at it. Okay. Oh! Brutal. So you gotta shift the gear from high to low. This would be fun to play. I don't think there's a break. There might be a break. Can I do a clean lap? Let's try a clean lap. We got lots of traffic in front of us. Oh, fudge monkeys. I ran into the teal guy. Okay, so my favorite Atari game to date. Whatever this one's called. Speed something. Alright, we need to back out of this. What's this called? Sprint 8. Sprint 8. The best game that Atari has ever made. For now. For now. Let's see what they have in front of them. Atari Video Music, the first electronic music visualizer ever sold commercially. Atari Video Music can be hooked up to a user's stereo system and television set to display psychedelic visuals reminiscent of Atari VCS graphics to the rhythms of whatever music was playing. A variety of knobs and buttons on the front of the device let users adjust the images. Well, that's kind of cool. What's it look like? Oh my God. Introducing music you can watch. Their advertising really feels like Apple. It feels very Apple-y to me. That's pretty cool. Your music never looks so good. So you could hook that up to your TV and then it would like play visuals for your music. That's actually kind of a cool idea. I don't know how it sold or how it did, but that's pretty darn neat. What do we got next? Fire Truck. Oh God, I hate this game. Based on the designer of Wendy Allen's previous game, Superbug, Fire Truck is a unique 2-player cooperative game in which one player sitting in the cabinet steers the front half of a fire truck while the other player standing behind the seated player steers the rear half. I don't like it because I've only ever played it single player and it does not go well. But that's what the game looks like. Kind of a cool concept and like, you have to do some teamwork Superbug. What's a Superbug cabinet look like? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Do we have that game on here? No, I don't think Superbug's on here. There's a promotional flyer for Fire Trek. A little dramatic, I have to say. But that is cool how you could like have two people play front to back like that and only take up one spot, really. Cool concept. You just have to fight your friends over who sits in the front, who sits in the back. But that's neat. That's really neat. Okay. Super Breakout. That's what we needed in our life, was Super Breakout. I think that's the one that I've played in the past. Is Super Breakout on here? 3 games in 1. I don't know if it's 3 games in 1. Double, progressive, and cavity game? Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. We'll give you that. If they have Super Breakout on here, we'll try it, see if it's better. Lunar Lander. We can play this. I feel like I've had bad luck with this game in the past. But we'll try out Lunar Lander. I don't remember this going very well for me. Insert coins. All right. What are my buttons? Okay, okay. No, don't go up. Don't, no, don't do that. We're not landing. We're doing the opposite of landing. What the heck? I don't know what I need to do. Did they give me some controls here? I think that's where this game, like, where I have some issues with this is, like, each game has different controls. I can select things on the side here, it seems. My thing's going down. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. I can only rotate my guy to 90 degrees. And it seems like there's only 2 controls that make a difference. We need to come back down. Can I actually land this? We'll find out. It's going to take like an hour for it to come back down. Try to move it over a little bit. We're just going to land in this valley right here, right down below it. Might be the easiest thing to do. And then I'm just going to do a little tap on the thrust when we get kind of low. Maybe I can move over a little bit. No, I don't like this at all. Why is that? Can I flip? No, my God. Nope. Let's just let it drop, see what happens. He's coming down, boys. He's coming down. Let's see if we can do this. It's floating a little bit to the right, maybe a little bit more than what I'd ideally like to see it. These early Atari games are rough. Like people were into these, but they're a little rough. Yeah, we should be good. Hit a little. I'm going 100 down, and that's a little bit too fast. Here we go. 60 down. Still a little too fast. You can see the vertical speed up there. Might still be going too fast. I don't know what you need to be going to land it. I'm going to say maybe less than 10. We'll see if we can land it at less than 10. I think maybe this is a game I could get into if I figured out all the logistics of it, because this is kind of fun. Speaking of that, I downloaded Kerbal Space Program, if anyone's ever heard of that, where you try to make rockets. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Can I just land this here? Or is it, hopefully there's not an actual landing spot and I can just land anywhere. Hey, 50 points. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, that was Lunar Lander. Lunar Lander. What's next? Touch Me. After the success of handheld game Simon, which took inspiration from Atari's 1974 Atari game Touch Me, I had Simon as a kid. I had no idea that was an Atari thing. They released a handheld version of Touch Me that in turn took inspiration from Simon. Atari planned to release more handheld games, but this was the only one that shipped. In this collection, you can play a recreated version of the main gameplay mode of handheld Touch Me. Let's go. Oh, God. Instruction manual. Start button, game buttons, on, off switch. All right. If this is like Simon, I know how to play it. Start. Skill. I don't know. I think I might put this... Okay. Oh, God. This is where I'm going to lose. Oh, God. They got me. I knew it. That's pretty cool. I would have enjoyed that as a kid. All right, let's get out of this. That was Touch Me. The game Touch Me. It's like a Game Boy, only not quite a Game Boy. Still, Sprint 8 still my favorite Atari game thus far. Let's move on. When do we get into the Atari home stuff? Asteroids. Okay. By far, Atari's biggest selling arcade game of all time, Asteroids, was created by Lyle Raines and Ed Logg. Released on Wendy Allen's Lunar Lander hardware, it pulled in more quarters than any other game in the year to follow, becoming the first Smash arcade hit of the 1980s. It was also the first game with high score initials leaderboard. I'm feeling this music, man. Let's play some Asteroids. Will this be the best game? Let's find out. Press start. What's my shoot? Nope, that's not it. There we go. Let's go, boys. Can we get on? Frick! That little one got me. Dude, that's cheap. That's freaking cheap. This is a practice run. Ooh. I find it best in this game just to stay still. Just stay still the whole time. Don't... That was dirty! What the heck? Should I put my name in? My middle name's Alan, by the way, guys. Alan. I've got the high score. Let's play again. 660. Can we beat 660? Let's go. They did me dirty on a few of those. Just stay in the center the best you can. Avoid everything coming your way. Whew, that was close. Hit the big ones. I need a faster firing. Got him. Nobody's come. Oh, God. Frick. I'm at 1280 already. That's pretty good. I tried turning in time to get that one. No bueno. Oh, that was cool. I shot at the bottom and it hit one at the top. Frickin' alien. Dead. The music's getting pretty sus. Are you serious? I shot all over that friggin' thing. Woo. This one random one. Fire! 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 I would go down to it, but I'm telling you, you start moving, bad things happen. Good God. I'm at 2,700. Okay, this is Atari's best game. This is better than Sprint 8. Although I do like racing, I feel like this is like more playable. Especially with the high score. That gets you just pumped, dude. I love high scores. That one is gonna kill me. Where you at, bro? See how just staying in one spot is so good? Like, when you're moving, you almost create more of a target for yourself. Dead. 5,800 from 660. Frick yeah, dude. I might just suicide because I don't want to play this game for the next 30 minutes. We got to move on to more history. Oh, God. Oh, how did I survive that? That was so freaking clutch. Oh, that was insane. I don't know how I did that. I think I lost some paint. Okay. I think the problem is they drop you in before the music even starts playing. You're already liable to die. They should put like a little flasher on you just for a second to get your bearings. That was close too. We're not. We got one guy left. 8610. Can we break 10K? Let's do it. Let's break 10K. Just fire every direction you can. You gotta watch stuff that's really close to you though. 9560. Oh, god dang. 10-7, I just got in. One up. One up. I see you. Why are these guys... Oh. They're getting smaller and they're evading now. Thanks. Oh, that was a terrible way to go out. Hey, not bad though. 11,160. I'll take that. That's a good follow-up. That was just a practice run. A mere practice run. I wonder if it'll save my high scores in there. Probably not. Maybe, though. Well, that's pretty cool. Full screen, original. The glow. You can adjust the glow. That was fun. Number 1 game. Tier list now. Asteroids high on the tier list. Sprint 8. Like right below that. Let's go back. There's more things to learn about. Did we do all this? Oh, we didn't even look at this. Super Breakout handheld. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Janelle said she loved that game. Heck yeah. I love the artwork. It feels so nostalgic, doesn't it? Look at that. I'd buy. If I saw that, you walk into Sears and you see that sitting there, I'm in. I'm buying it. Did we go check this out? I think we definitely missed some stuff here. Yeah, we got that. Okay, I don't want to leave any stone unturned on here. Okay, so we got Asteroids done. Missile Command. Oh, my favorite game. I don't know if I should play this or not because I really love it. I think I will. On the game's promotional flyer, Missile Command is the ultimate battle action experience. I'll play 1 round. I'm not going to do anything more than that, but Missile Command is so much fun. I wonder if they're going to have 3 buttons for it, though. That's what you really need. This is my favorite game. I love Missile Command so darn much. Okay, let's go, baby. How is it using the joystick, too? Okay, it's exactly what I anticipated it being. Little hard using the joystick, but we got it. I love this game so much. It gets super hard very quickly, though. And you run out of missiles at some point. Let's kill this guy. What? That was lucky. We missed one. Hey, I'll take that. This game's great. Oh, shot ahead of him. This is where I think it starts getting a little much. Where they split like that? Frick. We're gonna take some losses here, boys. What? I'll take that. See if I can beat the high score today. 7,500. Okay, get ready. Oh my god. Oh, I'm taking losses. I'm out of missiles. Yeah, this game was in Terminator 2. The greatest game and the greatest movie. Oh, shoot balls. Oh, God. We're taking casualties. Give me credit for that. Oh, barely survived that one. Oh, I can still get him. Oh! Okay, I just need... I beat the high score. Let's freaking go. You know we're dying here soon. This is... What is that, a UFO? Did me dirty. 9,000. Those things dropping, I do not like. What is that even? Oh my god. I think I'm dead. Great score. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enter my initials. Spin the ball to change letters. Well, how am I spinning the ball? There's no ball to spin. I'm glad my middle initial's an A. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's brutal. Hey, top of the leaderboards, just where I want to be. Okay, that was Missile Command. Put it on your tier list, wherever you think it is. We're gonna quit out of that game. Liked it. So, oh, here's, look at the artwork for Missile Command. How freaking cool is that? And it has an awesome cabinet, too. The cabinet looks neat. Might be my favorite cabinet, too, so far. Very neat. Yeah, I love that. He kind of looks like the dude from Star Wars. Kind of has like the Star Warsian helmet on him a little bit. Cosmos, the holographic handheld. No kidding. Each game would be displayed atop a custom hologram image. The game's graphics were made up of simple LED lights, but the holograms provided a dynamic, realistic backdrop. Atari never released the Cosmos. Oh, I was wondering, like, I want to see what it's like. I want to check that out. Al dreams of holograms. I'm kind of over the interviews. I kind of just like checking this stuff out. Huh. They never released it, huh? Maybe the interview shows what it looks like, though. Let's just see. We'll see. We'll see what this interview is all about.
When was this?
This guy seems like a legend.
81, that time frame. Prior to Ray Kassar's emergence, I was part
If
of
you're just tuning in, we're playing Atari 50, which is a museum and
Dennis Groff,
also games
finance, you know,
where we can play Atari
we were all friends
throughout their history.
No politics and all that, and we all worked together and part of the team that set. It was great. Once Ray took over, nope, it was all a closed office, and he met with all his hires from Procter & Gamble, and so I realized, okay, I'm out of this. I'm either going to have to quit because Nolan had gone, Joe had gone, Lipkin, everybody had gone. I figured, well, I'll go back. This is my baby. I'm going to do it one more time. And we had used holography. We couldn't keep secrets at Atari. We're just no good at it. So we decided the best thing to do was put out disinformation. So one of the best ones was the next coin-op game's going to have holography in it. It was like, what the hell is that? I knew what it was, because having, been to college and studied this physics and stuff. But that was just. But anyway, I decided, well, I'll do something.
He doesn't really finish a thought.
Maybe there's something there. I'll take it. Sounds hard. Sounds interesting. I know a little bit about it. And we proceeded to explore holography and what could be done, and came up with a holographic toy that basically he sold it to Ray, saying, how would you like, because the cartridge video game business seemed to be very good.
Oh yeah.
How would you like to have a system where the cartridge, it's a cartridge-based system, but the cartridges are half the cost of, everything is half the cost of the VCS. And, hey, go ahead. It were very simple. They were nothing more than an LED, a simple LED game.
I just want to see what it looks
LED
like.
Game in those days. The only difference was we had a hologram with 2 images on it. You look through this box, and there were 2 lamps inside, and when you'd crash a spaceship, you'd see a hologram of a spaceship crashing. And but you could look through this.
I'm having trouble visualizing this. Like, how would this work?
Space Invader game or something like
Is
that.
it a fixed image?
We did all the work, put everything together, got a chip designed, package designed, and at the end, Ray wouldn't. We even took it to the toy fair. or the consumer. And marketing wouldn't show it, wouldn't back it up, and we did it ourselves, engineering, and we think we sold 100,000 of them, but Ray would not release it.
That's the CEO guy of Warner, who frigged him over apparently. Mark,
I mean,
old enough to
this is
experience
now
the
at a time
2600
when
brand
if it
new.
failed, you wouldn't even notice it. It would
Welcome.
be a pimple on the balance sheet. But it were
Okay, let's bail that. Okay, what do we got next? America, the giant arcades. This is, I think, all the arcade stuff, because we're already past when the 2600 came out. Coin-operated video games became ubiquitous in the early 1980s. Games could now be found not only in thousands of dedicated arcades, but also bowling alleys, restaurants, laundromats, supermarkets, practically anywhere people might be found with quarters in their pockets and a little time on their hands. What do we got here? Asteroids Deluxe. I won't play that. It's basically Asteroids. New features to challenge the player. Shield instead of hyperspace jump. New enemy types and a higher... I didn't even do the hyperspace jump. I like the artwork. All the artwork for these is just killer. Look at that freaking artwork, man. Those were the days, right? Warlords. I've seen this game. You have to protect like your little square. I'll try playing Warlords. I've never played this before, but I've seen people play it. It's like Pong, but you're protecting your corner. Okay, press start. So I have to like, okay. Okay, here we go. Sweet Jeebus. This is insane. How do you even hit that thing? And how are they absorbing it like that too? So I'm the pink one down at the bottom left. How'd they absorb it? I'm getting ruined here. Absolutely ruined. I gotta figure out the controls. How do you do that? I don't really know because I'd have to hit the buttons all at the same time for it to figure it out. Oh, they got me down in the corner there. I'm okay defending those power-ups, but I don't know how to actually do one. Oh, crap. Blue guy doing me dirty over here. Again, I'm the bottom left. The one that's like getting just completely decimated. Oh my god, there's two of them! That's actually kind of fun when there's two. I wish I knew the controls. Ah! Oh no. Oh no, I'm getting ruined. Let me not be the first person out. I'm gonna be the first person out. That guy in the top right's killing it right now. 3 of them out now. Uh-oh. I have nothing left. I've got 1 square left. Oh, I'm dead. Sugar Shack, dude. Oh my god. I don't even care about my initials on that one. Let's just get out of there. Warlords, everyone. They should give you controls. That would be the one thing I would change about this game. All these games have different controls. Just like throw them up on the screen there. Be very helpful, sir. Very, very helpful. All right, next. Centipede. Oh, I like this one. Oh, you got their ideas on paper. That's kind of cool. See, this is the stuff that this game's made of. You get to see like all of the behind the scenes. Huh. Centipede. There it is. All right, I'll play just a little pinch of Centipede. Just a little pinch. This one, I don't really need to know the controls. Basically, asteroids. Those spiders scare the crap out of me. I don't like them. Die, 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 die. Oh, God. Get out of here. He dead. I'm missing everything. He dead. Hey, we're in a new color. I need a clear shot. Come over here, guys. Oh, spider got me! Freaking spider! I'm ready. Spider gone. Just ruined those guys up at the top there. This last one's gonna be a pain in my butaki. He dead. Oh, God. What the frick is that? He dropped a dookie on me. I don't like that kind. Ooh. Got me. Wow, that spider was gone instantly. Oh, goodness. Darn, dude. I didn't even... It's 6,000 points. The lowest high score is 12,000. Okay. I can handle that. Let's quit out of that. That was Centipede. These games are getting harder to rank. I do like Centipede. Oh, Tempest! Okay, we already like that. Tempest, maybe my favorite game. Missile Command and then Tempest right on top of that. Atari is defining the future. Look at the artwork on that, dude. Look at that freaking artwork. Hey, look at 6-year-olds coming in the chat and disappearing forever. Actually, whoops. Let's make him disappear forever. Atari is defining the future. I love that, dude. The hand coming out. So cool. It says there's 3 images. How? Let's play. Just play a little Tempest. Just one game. One game. I love Tempest. Here we go. This is way more fun with a like a spinner. Oh, I don't like playing this with a controller. And I gotta learn what my power-up is. It's kind of... It's not super intuitive using a controller. But I'll get it. This is what Clark does. It actually works in the beginning. He just spins around like this. Oh, God. Survived it. So your goal is to kind of go around the outside and shoot all the things that are coming at you. Now, when I move forward, I can't hit those green spikes. That's going to be a little dangerous. And we're through. Oh, he got me! I think that's the end. Alright, I didn't even get the high score. Anywhere near the high score. I was number 9, apparently. On the high scores of 8. So, that is Tempest. Probably my favorite game. Although, man, Tempest and Missile Command, I don't know which one of those I like more. I think maybe Tempest. Tempest is a little bit more challenging. We looked at that. Maze Invaders. I've never heard of that. With visual style reminiscent of Pac-Man, which was very popular in arcades at the time, Ed Logg's game Maze Invaders combined navigation and dynamic shifting maze with shooting action. After it performed poorly in focus tests, however, Maze Invaders was canceled. Prototype version has been preserved and is playable here. Well, we gotta play that. I feel like I'm finding like a treasure here. A relic, if you will. This should be interesting. Okay. Graphics are okay-ish. I'm assuming that's me. Can I cross this? Yeah. Okay, then I escape. Easy. This game should have came out. Oh, Lord. What happened there? I don't understand what happened. Why is this changing? Are those doors moving? Is that what they are? I don't like the maze changing on me like this. Oh, this is kind of a mess. I definitely like Pac-Man better. Gotta get out of this friggin' place. What the heck? I have to get to green door. This game ain't it, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. I'll do one more round. Oh, you Alright. I think we saw Maze or whatever this game's called. Now we've got Amy Reddick. Oh! What was my point? 7,000. High score is 39,000. Okay, I kind of suck at Maze Invaders. I definitely think Pac-Man's better. Maybe that's why they didn't put that out. They're like, yeah, this isn't gonna compete. Anyways, Space Duel. What's Space Duel? Full color version of Asteroids for 2 simultaneous players. Space Duel. Okay, we're not even gonna bother with that. I do want to see the artwork though. That looks Star Wars. That's as Star Wars as I've ever seen anything in my entire existence. That's cool. Okay, Gravatar. Oh, I tried playing this and it was hard as frick. I'm not even gonna play that game. Promotional flyers and 1 free play. Artwork really isn't that inspiring either. That's weak. I didn't like Gravatar. Millipede is just like Centipede. But they got great artwork too. It's always a guy and a girl for the images. They're having so much fun. It's like the Lego manuals. They're always like, or the Lego ads. They get inter-office memos on here and stuff. That's pretty darn cool. So we're in 1982. We got Liberator, which I can also play. Massive rotated planets displayed at the center of the screen gave Liberator a distinctive eye-catching draw. Using characters from the Atari Force comics series by DC, Liberator played like Missile Command in reverse. Shoot down the missiles that are being fired from the planet's surface. I've never played that before. But that sounds like something I would like. Liberator. Oh my god, the characters though? Okay. Well, I'll try Liberator. I've never played it. Let's go in. Liberator. I'm in. Okay, these... What's happening? What's happening? Am I supposed to be shooting? What am I shooting? These... What happened? Okay, level 1. Oh, they're launching missiles from Earth towards me. Interesting. I gotta watch all these different corners. Okay. This doesn't... Ah! They got me, boys. They're launching the nukes. Not in my house. They're launching from Antarctica. Oh my gosh. Oh, they got me down there. I only got one guy left. No! That's kind of fun. That is a nice take on Missile Command. I like that. I like Missile Command more, but Liberator. Pretty cool. I like the artwork of the cabinet too. Quantum. Design. How many more of these do we have? Holy frick. Let's play our favorites. We're running out of time here. It's almost... I like Black Widow. Food Fight's supposed to be amazing. Clark loves this game. I'll play one quick little doodad of Black Widow if I can. I like Black Widow, but Clark likes Crystal Castles. Alright, shoot the bugs. Alright, here we go. What's my fire? What's my fire? Oh, there we go. It's a twin stick shooter. I know it's probably really loud. Spider-Man. Oh, I missed all that money. Oh! They done got me. This game's awesome. You know what? What? Black Widow might be my favorite Atari game that I've played so far. Can I change my initial? Nope. Nope, apparently not. I'm just going to be A. Anyways, that was fun. I don't know what happens when the circles blow up. I think that's bad. I think that's a bad thing for me. Black Widow's fun. Okay, what other one are we going to play? Food Fight. I never played Food Fight, but I've heard good things. While Atari's arcade games tend to be abstract and not feature recognizable characters, the movement towards marketable mascots in the mid-'80s produced Food Fight, starring bright-eyed, blonde-haired Charlie Chuck, a young lad who just wants to steal an ice cream and cone without angry chefs getting in his way. Can I play? Let's play it. Okay. I've never played this before. I just gotta get to the ice cream cone? Oh, I like that animation. That's cool. It's like playing a football game, kinda. Ooh. Can I touch... Oh. This is fun. Okay. His eyes look where I'm gonna go to. I threw the peas at him. Here we go. Here we go. Get out of my face. Oh my god, they're throwing too. I got a pie. I got a tomato. Take that, sucker. This is fun, dude. Ah! They're faster than me. Oh my god. Friendly fire is not on. Did him dirty. Die. Oh yeah, this is cool, dude. Alright. So you can stay and get greedy. Oh man. Oh, he pied me. The animations in this are really fun too. Take that, chef. These are great. It's like having a shotgun. It's spread fire. Oh, he's gonna get me. I knew it. That was really cool. That was a fun game. Food Fight. How'd I do? Not very good? What was my score? I don't think I made it on the list. Very fun. Food Fight. I want to play more of that. That's a game I want to come back to. That might be my favorite Atari game so far. Every one of these games I've played is my favorite. I'll show you... what's this? Firefox. Present full quality video sequences. I can't play this one, eh? That cabinet looks awesome, though. Dude. That is really cool. Looks like the A-Team van. Is that it for the arcade origins? We kind of cranked our way through that a little bit. So, I didn't play all of the games because I feel like it's going to take an incredible amount of time. I might return to those. But if you continue on, So if you're just tuning in, I know the music's probably a little loud. Basically, this game is, it's like going to a museum, but you can also play at the museum too. It's kind of what this is. So this is the birth of the console. The arcade comes home. They got dedicated consoles now, including the Atari 2600, the VCS as it's known. What's a VCS, you may ask? Oh, the paddle. Let's see what the little video is. If it's interviews, I'm out. Let's see.
On the simplest level, the VCS, the Atari 2600.
I just want to show some games for right now. So here's 1977. We got Combat, Air Sea Battle, Surround, 3D Tic-Tac-Toe. Oh, this is interesting. The VCS version of a popular arcade game could be a big hit, but bringing a coin-operated game to a lower-powered home machine was easier said than done. Game designers David Crane, Gary Kitchen, and Todd Fry explained why porting an arcade game was an impossible challenge, but one they gladly took on. Keyboard controllers. Look at this. Don't watch TV tonight. Play it. That's fun. Activision. Yeah, so some of the guys jumped ship and made Activision. So then they're probably going to have some... I don't know if they'll have Activision games on here or not. We got Adventure, Dodge 'em, the Missile Command for Atari 2600, Warlords, again, Asteroids. So you're going to see some repetition here. Super Breakout, Haunted House, Yar's Revenge. What's next? What comes after that? Highs and Lows, Trouble in Paradise. The game industry was about to suffer a major market crash in 1983. They should put E.T. on here. But that didn't mean there were no games to play. On the contrary, some of the best games for the 2600 were released during these years. There's the, what do they call this one? The Vader one or something like that? Because it's all black. Look at that. Look at that detail. You can get right in there. You can see everything. That's pretty darn cool. Atari at a crossroads. Today we understand there's a video game console cycle. Yeah, like every friggin' 12 years or something like that. Game consoles become obsolete after several years and replaced with new technology, but in 1982 this is not widely understood. With higher powered competition on the market, Atari wasn't sure what to do in response. Stick with the 2600, introduce a new hardware. As it turns out, it tried to do both. There's the Intellivision. I actually have one of those. Cody's uncle gifted it to me. And I've never even taken it out of the box, but those controllers sit on the top there. You see where the numbers are? It looks like a phone. You pull those off, and then that circular thing is like a disc that you can play on, and then all of the numbers have like an overlay that go over them, and then you can play games on it, which is kind of cool. So that's the Intellivision. That's their competition, basically. The Atari age begins. 1982, Atari launched the Atari Club, a customer loyalty program that players could join to purchase Atari products directly at discounted prices, as well as issues of the new Atari Age magazine. Pictured. Games that were sold exclusively through the Atari Club have become high-priced collector's items today. Oh, how about that? Demons to Diamonds. Look at this. They have so much on here. You can see the back of it. Real Sports. Can you play? I can play all these. This is wild. That is really cool. The official Atari handshake. Oh, I saw that. It's really sus. You clasp your hands in a regular handshake. You lift the other person's thumb and grasp it with your free hand. Rotate the thumb you're holding. Make believe it's a joystick. Think what you will about that. The Atari 5200. There's the 5200. There's the controller. Apparently I never played a 5200, but supposedly very uncomfortable to play. Oh, that's what I need. I need a trackball. And a spinner and a trackball will make everything different. 5200 was a good idea, gone horribly wrong. But then they made the 7800. Here's the 5200 games you can play. What's the 5200 version of Missile Command look like? I imagine probably pretty close to the original. Let's see. I've never played it. It's worse than the arcade. It's worse. Remember the arcade one that I played? This one's worse. Okay, we're not gonna take your guys' time with that. Let's boot ourselves out of here. Yeah, it's a bit of an iffy handshake. I agree. Star Raiders. So if you recognize any of these games, holler, because I can play them. So Centipede, we already played. Now, all these games, I played the arcade ones. Dealer catalog logo. I don't feel like this really represents the game that well. Sorta, I guess. It makes it look more like cutesy than it should. That other Centipede over there on the right, or whatever it is, Spider, he kind of looks like Robotnik hiding inside of a spider body. So I've never played Sword Quest. The second of the 4 game Sword Quest cycle. What is Sword Quest? I've seen it a few times pop up on here. Quad Run. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have... There's just so much to do. Oh, it's like adventure. I'm not a huge fan of these games. Yeah, I don't... I know people love adventure. I just... This is not fun for me. I'd rather go back and play the old school racing game than play that. There's probably a lot to it once you figure out all the things you can do and where to go. So we're in 1983. You can see the crash. Is this... Are these ET games out in the landfill? Yeah. Disposes several tons of unsold or unsellable video games in a landfill in New Mexico. This tale is symbolic of the market crash passed into urban legend. In 2014, a documentary crew excavated the games. Ha. There it is, boys. Freaking ET for the Atari 2600. That's a shame that they buried those. Somebody might have enjoyed having those as a piece of a collection or something. Miner 2049. Miner 2049er. Huh. It says there's a higher quality than most. Let's see what it's like. So Donkey Kong? Oh god, this is... If this is higher quality than most, that makes me really sad. Sweet Jeebus. I'm trying to climb up here. Is that the Grinch down there in the bottom right? Here, I'm gonna make this jump. Ready? Yeet! Oh, I did a double jump. What's my goal? Oh, there's like different items to collect. There, it looks like there's a head up here. I gotta go find out what this is. Had ET never beat it. I don't think many people did. Okay, let me... Oh. Okay, you go. What's the point of this here? I cleared him! Alright, I'm out. If that's one of the higher games of the bunch, we should be scared. So that's Miner 2049er. There's a Gravatar for the 2600. There's another Sword Quest game. Make your own left-handed joystick. That's how I would probably play. Just like that. You can play that way anyway if you want to, technically. Crystal Castles. I like that game. Clarkman's all about that. Speaking of that, I think he's home too. There's the Atari 7800. The 2600 Junior. This is where, like, it's like... This came out a year after the Nintendo. The Atari 7600, or 7800, right after the Nintendo. How are you competing? Like, let me show you what... This is what an Atari 7800 game... This game came out when Mario came out. Can I even play it? Yeah. This came out when Mario came out. What game are you gonna play? You gonna play this, or are you gonna play Mario? Super Mario Brothers. Like how? How are you gonna put that out as competition? You can kind of see why Nintendo took over. They're putting out Legend of Zelda, and they're releasing Asteroids for the Atari 7800. It's kind of like if you were a band, and you had like one good song, and you just play that song for the next 20 years of your life, just kind of like raking in money. So here's more 2600 games. Atari after the crash. What's next? More than games. While the video game business crashed in the mid-1980s, the home computer business thrived. Atari played a major part in bringing computers into homes. I don't care too much about the computer end of things. The dawn of PCs. Let's go into, well, let's just kind of check that out. Do you guys care about Atari computers? Probably not. I mean, there are games that came out for it. Let's look at the 90s beyond. Let's see what they have going on here. Back to the roots. The Atari Lynx, which is kind of like their Game Boy or Game Gear, sort of. I do want to play a Lynx game to see what that's like. Sold for $179.99. That's a lot. It's a lot of money because you can get a Nintendo Switch Lite for $200 right now. It's a lot of money for something from 1989. Whoops. I left. I left it. Can I play a Lynx game? I want to see what it's like. There's just so much to explore in here. Ninja Golf. Oh, I think that game might be good for the 7800. That came out in 1990. I can play Ninja Golf. Let's just see what it looks like. This came out late in the Nintendo's life cycle. Can I just play? Can I play the game, please? Just let me play the game. Why is this taking forever to, like, just get the text out? This is annoying. Ninja Golf. All right, let me play. Let me try Ninja Golf. Oh my god. Okay. I have no idea what I did. I just hit one button. Oh, then you gotta fight. This is actually kind of cool. Let me get the controls. I got Ninja Star. Die. He's throwing poop at me. Die. This reminds me of chess boxing. Oh. Frog! What's my jump again? Oh my god. Can I just... I'm just trying to golf out here, guys. I'm just trying to golf. Can I pick that up? How about those sounds? Bro. I'm getting my butt handed to me by these ninjas. Alright, then we find my ball. Oh, I see there's like a map down there at the bottom. I'm in like the rough big times. Okay. There's no like aiming or anything. Let's just hit the ball. Frickin' too much fighting and not enough golf. Never thought I'd say that in my life. I need that. Ninja Golf! If they made this game on modern consoles, I would probably play it. Like if they really made like a cool fighting game out of this. Why is my ball still all the way out here? Can I change the club? Oh god. Wait, I think I have to... Oh, I need those. There's my... Okay, let me try this. I might actually be on the green this time. Ninja Golf! Hi! Hiya! Yeah, tell me this game wouldn't be really cool. Can you guys hear the sound? I bumped the sound down a little bit. Literally, the only sound you can hear from this game is... Oh, I need that. Frogs are devilish. Am I on the freaking green yet? For the love of God, man. What the heck? This is wild. Oh god, I'm getting hit. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Die. You have to beat a boss before you, Oh my god. This is insanity. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Yeah, babe. Okay, I'll be up in just a bit here. I'm playing some Ninja Golf. That was it? I didn't get to, like... I didn't get to put the ball into the hole. That's like the best part of golf. It's like the best part of golf. Okay, so if you look at the bottom left, if I move this around, you can see me kind of controlling the trajectory of the ball. Now, I don't think I want this necessarily to go into the sand. So that's where it goes. All right, I'm out. I have to leave in just a few minutes, but that was Ninja Golf. We might come back to that. Oh, there's basketball. I do love sports games. I think I'm going to do another stream where we don't get into all of the history and we just play a bunch of games. Because I've never... Cybermorph. I've never played any of these games. In fact, I've never even heard of these. Oh. I'm just exploring the boxes, okay? I'm just exploring the boxes. Don't mind me. Thumbnail. You know, I really like artwork quite a bit. Like a lot of artwork, and sometimes you just got to look at the images so you can see, like, you know, I'm looking at the text, you know, seeing what the graphic artist had in mind with this. And I think he or she did a nice job with that one in particular. Chewing up the competition. So we're in the Lynx. Now we're into 1994. There's the Atari Jaguar. Yeah, we've got a lot to go. We have got a lot to get into here. I almost bought this. This is their new VCS console, but it was like $400, and I saw it on sale for like $250. I'm like, nah. I got to go through all this. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a sample of this. Ideally, I would go through this entire freaking disc, but I think this would take us hours. And that's the thing with this game. Like, I don't know how much it costs now, but we got this on sale. I think Chris bought it when I got it on sale. You could just sit here for hours and just go down through all this stuff and check it out. Look at all the amazing artwork. It's neat. I wish there'd be a Sega one that did this. That'd be so cool. A Nintendo one would be incredible. Like, if Nintendo came together and made like the history of Nintendo with all their games, would be so freaking sweet. But man, you could sit here all day and learn about the Atari Jaguar. Watch videos on it. You can zoom in on the board. It's definitely, like, this is perfect for nerds, you know? Like, if you really want to nerd out, I mean, and check out some artwork and stuff, you could enjoy the heck out of this. So that's kind of just what I wanted to share here. I know that was a pretty long stream, just going through this. But we got the Arcade Origins part covered. Look, I only explored 56% of that. 7% of the console. I mean, there's so much. There's so darn much. But that's the Atari Legends. Hold the game up so you can see it if you're trying to get it. I mean, you could almost experience this game just by watching videos on it, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. But if you want to try playing some of these games, let me just go into the game library so you can see that. There's tons of games. Let's go all the way back in time. So they're sorted by year. This is 2022. They actually have an unreleased prototype out. Wow. Unreleased prototype of real sports basketball. That's cool. Oh, there's a secret thing on here. I can't even share that with you. But look at this. These are all games. All games. Plays games like crazy on here. And it shows the year they were released too, so you're going to be mixing some of the arcade games along with some of the home games too. Like, you can kind of see that. Centipede, Black Widow. Black Widow might be my favorite game I played today. Really enjoy that. There's also a Black Widow Recharged game that's out. But yeah, you just go through a bunch of these. We played a ton of them. Enough to keep you busy, I'd say. For the price of one game, you could play all these classic Atari games. Pretty crazy. It's kind of like, when I look at these, it's kind of like going back in time in the stream. Like, I played that. We didn't play Combat. I like that game. That was like RC Pro-Am, which I like for Nintendo. And it was just kind of neat. It was neat going through that. So, you know, I might come back through and we'll do a little stream of Deem Dong of some of these games. But ultimately, what I really want to do for like my next thing, I don't know how many people are on board with this or not. Probably minimal, but probably more than the Atari side of things. Oh wait, I wasn't even showing you the games, dude. I wasn't even showing you the games. Look. Can you see them now? This is what you can expect from one disc. They have all these games on here. And again, this is available on literally every console that you can imagine. PC, I think it's on Steam, it's on Nintendo Switch, it's on Xbox, it's on PlayStation. But anyways, what I wanted to talk to you about was my next series that I'm going to start. and that series is going to be Farming Simulator 22. I know it's a far cry from Atari games, but I'm like really itching to play something like that. I've kind of put American Truck Simulator on hold. I've done like what there is to do in that game, you know, like all I'd be doing at this point is just running various loads and then dropping it off, making money back in the truck in, which I like to do. But I feel like Farming Simulator offers so much more opportunity. Like we can actually own a farm, and I could get equipment, and you know, just try to do it. I have no experience in it. We played like one time. We played Farming Simulator 17 or 19 or something like that. But it's available on Game Pass, and I'd like to start a series where I go into that game knowing absolutely nothing, and we try to turn it into something. So I was gonna do that today, but I was like, you know, this freaking game has been sitting here for months with the plastic wrap on it, and it's time to play it. So we got into this. I enjoy this. I think it was worth it just for what I did today, but I got a lot more gaming to do. So if you're thinking about getting this game, don't hesitate. Go pick it up. Get some Atari history in your life. And if you like farming games, Chris is excited. If you like farming games, come back. I'm going to try tomorrow to like at least get through like the tutorial and like get my bearings on how to farm. And then we'll just see what happens from there. It's not all you're going to see on this channel if you hate farming, which some of you may. There's going to be a lot of other stuff that I do. I'd consider myself a variety gamer. So there's always something that we're going to be playing. If you like Minecraft and stuff like that, sub to Clarkman's channel. He's into that, and he's been having fun doing his solo streams with the text to speech on, so he can chat with you guys. But that is a wrap for today. Hope you have a glorious rest of your night, and I'll see you guys all in the next Atari stream. Let's do the Atari handshake on the way out.